I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Barricade Rock Sliders fitting your two-door 2007 and up JK. Today we're going to talk through the installation of these rock sliders, which is going to be a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches. This is going to bolt directly in place on your JK, and you're going to be able to get this done in under 2 hours, but we'll talk more about the installation in just a second. We're also going to talk about the construction and a few of the features of these sliders. These rock sliders are for those of you who want some serious protection for the rocker area of your Jeep, but also a useful step. These mount very solidly to the body mounts on your Jeep, and I've seen these take some serious abuse on the trail. Now, there are some steps out there, like your more traditional tubular side steps, that will be a even more useful step to you. However, they'll offer no protection. And there are pieces that will protect the rockers of your Jeep by attaching to the pinch seam, or maybe the pinch seam and the frame as well, but those don't have a step. So this is going to both have a step and be able to take some serious abuse. These are going to be a similar design to some of the other ones out on the market. These are an item that can be used with your factory or factory style ruby rail, which is something that sets this apart from some of the others. There are other sliders out there that will occupy the same space as the factory ruby rails, so you can't run them together. This is something that can be run with those factory ruby rails, and that's actually a look that I really like. The ruby rail covers up that pinch seam completely and gives you some protection when you're using this as a step, that you're not kicking the rocker constantly, scratching it up, and it just gives a really finished look to the side of the Jeep. This slider is a heavy-duty 2-inch tubular stainless steel covered in a textured black powder coat finish. You can see that it does slant up slightly, which is a nice feature. When you do slide along a rock, it's actually going to want to push the Jeep away from the rock a little bit, just ensuring that you're not going to get hung up. Because of this bar being really right underneath of the rocker panel, you're going to make sure that you have complete protection from that rocker. If you do come down on an obstacle and push the rocker up into the door, you're going to have a lot of problems. You can damage your door, the door might not even open anymore, you can twist a lot of things out of the way, so rocker protection is important. And if you want something that's really strong, this is going to be a really, really nice option for you. As I said before, this mounts directly to those big body bolts. There are versions of rock sliders that mount to the body bolt bushing bolts. There are 2 smaller bolts on either side of that main body bolt that some sliders will mount to. They're not going to be as strong as these ones will. And of course, there are the options that mount on the pinch seam, which can be pretty strong. I just really like this mounting method. I've seen these take a ton of abuse, and I know that they can hold up to it. So this is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install that you can get done in under 2 hours for the pair of these. All you need to do to get these installed on your Jeep is to remove the body bolts that are under the rocker. On the 2-door, you'll have 2. On the 4-door, you will have 3. Now, you can spray those with good penetrating oil beforehand, but it is a little bit tough to get up onto the top side of those bolts where the threads are. Just be careful, use a large breaker, and you should be able to remove those without a problem. After that, you'll just hold your new rock sliders up into place and reinstall the factory bolt and washer. Now, it might help to have an extra set of hands around, a tall set of jack stands to help balance this until you get those bolts started. But other than that, very, very easy install. Torque down the bolts to the factory torque spec, and you're done. All you're really going to need are your traditional hand tools, a torque wrench if you decide to torque these to factory spec, and about 2 hours of time. These rock sliders are right in the mid $300 range, and I think that they are very appropriately priced. There are other versions of rock sliders out there on the market that are right around the same price that I don't think perform quite as well. There are, of course, a little bit beefier of a side step, more of a boat side that attaches to both the frame and the pinch seam. There's a lot more metal there, and those ones are going to be more expensive. But for the protection that you get from these, from the useful step, and from the aesthetics that you get from these Barricade rock sliders, I think they are very appropriately priced. So if you're looking to add a rock slider onto your JK and you want one that's also going to provide a useful step while still giving you a ton of protection, I think this is going to be an easy to install and affordably priced option. So that's my review of the Barricade Rock Sliders fitting your 2007 and up JK that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.